What is good, guys? Charles from Team COG coming to you guys here with a post-commentary dueling Nexus replay, playing Going Second Crusadia. So this is something I haven't really touched base for quite some time, just simply because, you know, I've had, like, as much as I love Crusadia and the Going Second, I just feel like the Going First is better. Both kind of have their weaknesses and both kind of have their strengths in the sense, and I just preferred Crusadia Guard Dragon over the latter. But with that being said, guys, here we are, just waiting for my guy HDS to sign up. And he didn't sign up, so we're just going to go ahead and head back out here and try to find another person to face the wrath. And a lot of these duels are very short, sadly, because, you know, either see it coming or they don't last. So typically we don't care if we win the rock, paper, scissors, because, you know, we're going to go second regardless. And most things are going to make us go second as well. So, yeah, we're just sitting here waiting for Dueling Nexus to load with that time going by. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys like to play, Guard Dragon or the Kaiju variant. I know a lot of people here are fans. In my opening hand here, guys, you will notice I am testing Sangan, or I have Sangan. It's not looking too good for me at the moment, just because I didn't open any Crusadia. But however, this is one of the plus sides to Sangan, is Sangan does become any Crusadia, or I think it becomes a Crusadia by just linking it to Almirage. So I drew into another Gamma Seal, which is okay. We're just going to go ahead and plap Gamma Seal here. Going to go ahead and normal summon the Sangan, link it off into Almirage, which will then allow us to search out, I believe, Arborea, Leonis, Reclusia, technically Draco too if we needed to. Because the reason we can do this is because all the Crusadia's effects to special summon themselves are not effects, they're inherent summons. I know that's a term that, you know, that people don't like, but for lack of better terms, they just don't start a chain. They don't activate. They just happen, similar to Cyber Dragon. But now I'm trying to calculate to see here if I can get lethal, and sadly I can't. But that's okay, because I'm going to be able to special summon, because I have Power, Crawler, and Revival all in my hand. Essentially, Power I am playing at 2, and Crawler also at 1, and then Revival at 1. So it's actually quite hilarious that I happen to see 2 of my one-ofs, the curse of the one-ofs. But you guys know this wouldn't be a Team COG Crusadia video without seeing Crawler in his hand. But I'm going to go ahead and grab Testament, because Testament's going to allow me to draw more cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate the Revival, and essentially just whack into him for, you'll see here, I do believe this is kind of like the Gearfried, as you guys can see, like the Gearfried structure deck sort of thing. We're going to deal 37. We're going to go ahead and activate the Crusadia Testament, drawing cards, which is going to get us 2 more cards, which we draw into Imperm and another Power. But right here, the only thing that we can do is potentially climb up into Equal Max, and we're going to lose Connection, which kind of translate to me, he saw the writing on the wall and quit. Or very well, he could have lost Correction. But we always go for J-Rock, baby. We stick to the Rock, because Rocks are faithful. So we're going to go second here. My opening hand, it seems like I opened 1 Crusadia plus 2 Kaijus, Power, or Revival yet again, and a Power. It's just so good to see Power in this Going Second variant, because like you're almost untouchable. But right here we're going to see Hackworm and what looks to be B4 Bomb Spider. Dark Machinist deck, I think, but it doesn't matter what it is because it's going to get whacked regardless. We're going to go ahead and tribute over that BM4 Bomb Spider with their Gamma Seal. And we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Maximus. However, kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't have done that, because if that set card is a Call by the Grave, my entire OTK kind of falls through. And it's just, you know, you just need to play appropriately. Fear Call by the Grave, because if they hit the Maximus, you're done. But this guy's going to surrender. He sees the writing on the wall, so he must not have had any responses. So that's 2 games in a row, guys, that people have just quit, because I haven't even got to successfully OTK anyone because they see it coming. But we stick to J-Rock, and we lose. But that's okay, because I bet we're going to get to go second. But again, here's our opening hand. Maximus, called by Reclusia, Gamma Seal, and Power. Power has just been sticking to my hand, which is what I love to have, because Power is such a good card. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I feel so comfortable seeing Power, because it just, you know, it 100% confirms my plays. But right here, we're going to play against what I do believe is the Dark Magician matchup. As you can see, Sneaky Warden up there is a logo up there is the Dank Magician. But this matchup is going to be very interesting, and it's going to be probably one of the best matches I can say that I had of the evening because he was a good player. He let me go all the way through. He tried his best, and yeah, not much more to say. My final match is definitely kind of I'm going to get pretty much some hate for that, but we're going to go ahead here and Kaiju over the Princess Illusion. And then, again, not respecting Call by the Grave, misplay by me. But, I mean, I really didn't have much of a choice here because I needed to keep Maximus. Needed to add it back with the Draco to successfully OTK. But I'm really not fearing much of anything outside of like a strike or something like that because power is just going to protect me. I'm just going to go ahead and just use the Magius, but we're going to see Magician's Navigation touchdown. And that's fine to me because that puts more bodies out there. And if you guys notice, I opened the one of Revival yet again, which is going to allow my search for Regulex to pretty much grab me Testament, which I will be able to activate to potentially draw cards in case he has anything else that I can't potentially stop. But we're going to see Dark Magician touchdown, along with, I do believe, an Apprentice Illusion Magician. Coincidentally, he did not put that Dark Magician in defense, which, for the nostalgia factor, I will attempt to whack over. But now the Apprentice is out there. So my original strategy was to essentially build up the Equimax and punch over the Dark Magician. However, he's going to attempt to use that Apprentice Illusion. And I'm just going to Call by the Grave. It's shutting it down. So allowing that opportunity that I had to whack over it, still there. Regardless of how you look at it, I can just whack over my own Gamma Seal and win. But he's doing some crazy plays, which I'm just kind of giggling because I have the Revival in my hand. So even if I'm not able to one-punch him by any means, I'm still going to be able to clear his entire board, thankfully to Revival. But then what do you do when you open everything, all your one-ups and all that jazz? You essentially just search out Testament. Because Testament's drawing ability is just so powerful in the sense that if you don't have enough OTK, you just are going to be able to draw 3 cards, which is crazily unheard of. I just wish that it didn't allow you to have to deal after damage calculation, because if it just said like target a Crusadia Link monster you control and draw 3, or like some sort of stipulation that restricted just to Crusadia, that would be great. That just makes it dead going turn 1. I mean, of course, they kind of tried to supplement that by giving it the ability to activate it to say your opponent cannot respond to the activating effects of your Crusadia monsters, which is good, I guess. But we're going to activate Maximus here, targeting Equimax. Misclick there. And we're going to go and activate the Revival, targeting Equimax. So now my boy here is going to be able to whack over everything. So to decide to punch over the Ultimate Wizard in attacks of attack and defense, we're going to whack into him for double battle damage. Since he cannot activate, or since we're safe from the Apprentice, but he is still going to attempt to activate the Apprentice, even though it doesn't do him no good because it'll still be negated, inflicting 76 to him. And with that, I decide not to play with my food any longer, and I just whack into the Gamma Seal that I gave him, swinging in for, I do believe, 82? Yep, 82. So, anyway, guys, we're going to move on to the next one. And I can't remember if this is the last one or not. Yes, this is the last one. The J-Rock team is going to go all the way through, and like we did like 3 minutes. So I decided to go to Scissor Gang. He goes Scissor Gang. So we do Scissors again, but he stuck true to the J-Rock, and that's what's going to happen to us. However, this is going to be the last match of the evening. It's going to be against something that I'm very happy, but this is like one of the more disappointing matches because I searched the wrong card, which is very upsetting. And it happens. Like I said in my replays here, I don't try to show you guys all the good replays. I try to show you guys the good and the bad. And I don't try to hide the fact when I misplay. We're all human. Like, we all do it. So he's going to set 3 cards, which has me worried because I'm like, oh boy. We're playing against some sort of stun, some sort of back row-esque deck. This is not looking too good for me. And then he does something that I kind of read as Guru, which Guru is not a good matchup for this, especially if he has like certain floodgates, strikes, solemns. I'm kind of very concerned. But we do open Impermanence, Ash Blossom, and 3 Crusadias, so that's still pretty good for us because we have any 2 Crusadias equal full combo in both sides of the spectrum. And so this is where I'm going to go ahead and normal summon the Arborea to protect my stuff from being destroyed, essentially, depending on what he has. And then we're going to see a few misplays in this game that I'm not really pleased. I'm kind of ashamed of. So I'll make sure to point them out for you guys, and you guys can make sure to roast me in the comment section down below. But we're going to see Super Poly be activated, which Super Poly sending the extra foolish burial, and it's Shaddoll. So what I did not expect, believe it or not, was the Shaddolls, because I believe I've not really seen Shaddolls. Like, in my experience, they've never really had to do this. They've always just exploded on me, and then I've had to either Dark Rule them and break their board myself, or I've had to go first and not even see them do anything. But yeah, he's just Super Pols me away, and sadly, I can't do anything. And for some reason, I decide to in-perm the Shaddoll construct, when I actually meant to, this was a huge misclick, a huge, like, misreading of the entire board state. I do believe he was activating the effect of the Squamata in the graveyard, and not the Shaddoll construct. But it seems like, to me, he's not activating either one of them. And I was supposed to use Ash on hold Ash for the construct, but instead I used the permanence. Huge misclick, huge misplay on my side, because even if I held onto that in permanence, the entire outcome of the game would have been different. But, however, I digress. Still has 2 cards set face down and a construct, which construct is nothing to laugh at. Construct has the ability that it's just able to destroy anything special summon from the extra deck. And you guys will just have to wait and see. It gets pretty, the misplays start to happen, and not too pleased with my actions. But regardless, it still was a good duel. And he was a really good player. Well, I wouldn't say good, because I don't know the extent of how good he is, but he was a really polite player. But see, I get a drawn to another permanence here, and this is where I should have... Well, actually, I think I do. I think I go ahead and... No, I don't, which is very upsetting. So what I should have done is whack down that perm, but however, since I play the game, I kind of remember what he has, so it kind of doesn't matter. But we're going to go ahead and force out, I believe, one of the back row. Chain blocking the Reclusia, because we have Arborea in the graveyard. Targeting the Reclusia. I'm going to try to hit this set card here. And this is where the impermanence didn't really matter, because as you guys will be revealed here, that this set card is in fact a... Drum roll. Even I'm waiting here. Come on. Come on. We know what it is. El Shaddoll Fusion. So regardless, even if I in-permed the construct here, he was still going to be able to fuse into another one. So the perm really didn't matter, except for maybe it could have preemptively forced it. But right here, he does make a very crucial mistake, which I should have capitalized on a lot better, is he puts the construct in the same column. And I do believe, now thinking back on it, he could have potentially done that on purpose to know, like, since he probably knows what Crusadia does, that he could have done this to bait me. And did I ever fall for it? But you guys will see that coming up here shortly. He's going to use the El Shaddoll construct, I believe, to send a spell or trap, and he's going to send the trap card, which is like Res Shaddoll or something like that. Yeah, the Res Shaddoll card with Evil Storm Kirkion on it. We're then going to go ahead and go off into Regulex. And this is where one of the major misplays happen here. I'm going to go ahead and summon Draco to the zone Regulex points to. I'm going to chain block the Regulex. And right here, guys, I should have potentially grabbed Power. However, I don't grab Power. As you guys will see here, I'm going to grab Revival. And even though I grab... See, I even look at the Power thinking I need it. So mentally, I think subconsciously, I knew I needed it, but I didn't register it or act on the action of needing it. So I'm going to go ahead and link summon here in Equal Max. And the writing is on the wall here. And even though, so like, we're not only going to notice that there's going to be this misplay, I'm going to have the ability to not just once, but twice. So I should, even here, I should use the Equal Max to negate the construct I'd have game. If I would have searched Power, I would have had game. However, me forgetting about construct's effect, getting lost in my own train of thought and everything, is really going to prove to bite me here in the end, as you guys can see and can probably inevitably predict that's going to happen. He's probably trembling in his boots right now thinking, boy, I'm good. But also at the same time, I do believe the reason I didn't use the Equal Max is I did full-heartedly believe that I could use Equal Max's effect during damage to, and see, I say no, because I thought I'd be able to, I thought it was going to be different, but Construct activates, destroying my Equal Max. And that is it. I'm kind of sitting here in shock, looking over everything, kind of, wait a minute, how'd this happen? But thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be it. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.